Okay, all you new heirs, we've got a problem, and that problem is wyverns. Wyverns with a capital W. Wyverns everywhere, a serious overpopulation of wyverns, and we need your help to kill these things off and help control the population. We get too many wyverns, and you don't even know what it's going to look like. We get too many damn wyverns, so we need your help. But what you don't have? You're brand new. You've only been playing a few days. How can you possibly kill wyverns? Let me show you. Let me show you. You think you can't kill some wyverns? Let me show you how to kill some wyverns. And the people sitting at this table are the people that are going to help you do it. You see, all of these units are super easy to get and super easy to gear. And it's super easy to kill wyverns with them. Let me show you. Okay, so Wyvern 13, right? So this will work on all stages of Wyvern up to Wyvern 13. And you guys are going to be able to do this. I bet with just a little bit of effort, you can pull this off. First, we've got Angelic Montmorancy. Angelic Montmorancy is a 3-star unit. Just from doing your daily login summons, you're probably going to get regular Montmorancy. You can go in and do her specialty change, bang that out real quick, turn her into Angelic Montmorancy, and get some gear on her. Gear? Wait, we're new. Where are we going to get gear from? You can go in and do the Goblin challenge and get some of the trashiest gear you can find, and you can do this challenge. You know, I mean, she's got a little bit of speed, a little bit of bulk. I put her on a speed and HP set, right? I didn't have enough Goblin pieces to fully deck her out in Goblin pieces, so I used a few leftover 78s, and one of them's like +9, it's not even leveled yet. It's got a lot of effectiveness and effect resistance, which she doesn't need at all, but hey, I'll take that health. You can go and find this artifact, Magahara's Tome, but if you don't have this artifact, that's okay. That's okay. You can put just about any artifact you want on her. But Magahara's Tome will help a little bit with consistency if you can find it. If you can't find it, put any Soul Weaver artifact on her. It'll be all good. Don't worry about her imprints. She doesn't need it. You can turn them on, turn them off. She doesn't need effect resistance for this fight. You're going to see guides talking about 200 effect resistance. Screw all that noise. You do not need it for this. Angelic Montmorancy doesn't require Molagora at all. You upgrade her with Stigma and some Catalysts. Bump her healing up. You don't need to do anything to her S1. She can't... The Wyvern is immune to sleep, so her S1 does nothing, but try to get a +5 on these two skills. Especially if you're having trouble dying. Because she's your lifeline. She's the one that keeps everyone healthy. So just enough in here to keep your entire team healthy. It's only some Stigma and it's some Catalyst. You should be getting plenty of Catalyst boxes from this event. You can also go and farm Adventure and Unrecorded History to get AP points to purchase Catalysts to finish her off. Worthwhile to do. Now let's look at the next unit. The next unit, Furious. Where do I get Furious at? You get him for free. You get halfway through Chapter 2, and it will unlock his connection, and he will be in the connection summons, and you'll be able to snag him from there. So just do a little bit of adventure, get on to continent number 2, unlock your Furious and connections, and pick this guy up. Now, he does have an exclusive equipment. If you pick up the exclusive equipment, it can make things even easier, but you know what? You don't even need it. You don't need it at all. You don't need it at all. In fact, you don't even need a leveled weapon or a leveled hat. And you can use more of this Goblin gear that you pick up, right? I don't even have him on a set. Look at this, no sets. There's no speed set. He's only got 3 pieces of a speed set. It's all he needs. It's all he needs, guys. I'm telling you. You do want him to have 65% effectiveness. That he does need. That he does need. It's not that hard to pick up. Just find pieces that have effectiveness on it, or worse yet, get a ring that has effectiveness as a main stat, and it's everything that you need. Now, the artifact Alsatian Spear does absolutely nothing in this fight. You can't CR manipulate the Wyvern, so this does nothing, except give him 21 attack. So again, literally any artifact in the game, you can put it on this guy. Song of Stars, if you want to be a Giga Chat, put Song of Stars on him, get target debuff. You could put Infinity Basket on him for extra chance of the dual attack. You could put Prophetic Candlestick on him to cycle his skills. You could take the artifact off entirely, you don't even need it. I'm telling you, it's this easy, guys. It's this easy. Don't worry about the crit chance. I'm not even kidding when I say all you need is 35% crit chance to be at maximum chance to crit for this fight, because you're get 15% because of elemental advantage, and this guy puts a 50% crit chance buff on the whole team. That's 65% boost to your crit, so you only need 35% crit chance to be at 100%. Though it's not required, it's really, really good to put some Molagora into this skill, because this lets him spam his defense break even faster. So this skill is worth putting Molagora in. This skill, it's not required, but if you can Mola this up to +6, you will turn this defense break into a 100% chance, and that will greatly increase consistency. If you don't do it, it still works, but you're working with anywhere from a 75 to 85% chance. I'm sorry, a 85 to 90% chance to defense break in what could be a 100% chance. So worth the Molagora. This is one of the most important hunts in the game, so do it. I know I've got some Mola in his S1. It is totally not worth it. Don't put any Mola in this skill. This is just where, when he hit Friendship 10, I got 3 extra Mola, so I stuffed him in here. Not required at all. This 25% chance to burn is nothing. Just forget about that. So, Mola Furious' S2, and try to Mola his S3 as much as you can. Totally worthwhile uses of your Molagora. I don't think anybody would disagree. Now let's talk about Sigret. Well, Sigret's a 5-star. How you gonna get a 5-star? Except you can get her for free by doing the hunt missions. Now, if you don't have Sigret, you can use Alexa in her place. That'll work too. A little bit slower, but Alexa will work just fine. But Sigret is a Giga Chad for this fight. Now, in case somebody hasn't told you this yet, when you pull, you're gonna get these Daydream Jokers. This is your priority. I don't care what anybody else says. You make yourself... You take those jokers, you feed them into each other, and you get all these bars filled out. So you got all 5 imprints done, and then you pump all your charms into it, and you make this thing +30 as soon as possible, because this will increase your damage by 3% of the enemy's max health. Now, that may not seem like much until you realize this Wyvern has hundreds of thousands of health. So it significantly adds the damage, and it is boosted by the crit damage stat. Now, look at this. Again, she only needs 35% crit chance. I'm way overstatted on crit. She doesn't need any speed. She doesn't need any bulk. Just crit damage and attack. And I did this with all 78 and 75 gear. I would have done it with more of these pieces if I had them. Just slap a free destruction set on her. Get out of the way. If you don't have the EE, you don't need it. In fact, you can take it off. But if you have it, put it on there for the extra attack. But I'm telling you, you don't even need it. You don't even need it. Look, Sigret's a DPS unit, and DPS units, you need +15. The more Molagora you can stuff into Sigret, the better. Start with her S3 and S2, and end with her S1. Max these things out. The more Molagora you have in your Sigret, the stronger she'll be. It'll cost you about 33 Molagora to max her out. And when she hits Friendship 10, you'll get 3 of that Molagora refunded to you to use somewhere else. So, if you can't max her out, if you can only do 2, 3, 5, or 4, 4, 4, that's fine. Just do what you can. Get her as much damage as possible, especially the cooldown on the S3, and especially the damage on the S2. And the S1's kind of nice too. Just, that's kind of the rule of thumb, right? A lot of units you can skimp on Molagora, a lot of them you can partially Mola, but almost across the board, damage dealers, you got to max it out because that's where all their damage is. And the key unit, and this might be the hardest one to get, guys, is Muwi. Much like Angelic Montmorancy, Muwi is a 3-star unit. So, in all of the summons that you're doing for your daily logins and stuff, keep a weather eye out for Muwi and Momo. You'll probably get both of them within the first week of pulling. Once you get Muwi, your team is complete. Muwi has the unique effect that when the frontline unit is hit, its CR pushes the whole team. And that is what makes this team so easy. Now, Muwi, I put him on a speed set. I did have enough leftover speed sets. I did have to use some 85 gear, guys. I'm sorry. If I farmed Goblin more, I would have used the Goblin speed sets. That would work fine because Muwi doesn't even need stats. I did give him a second Daydream Joker to help contribute to damage, but he doesn't need it. Sigret or Alexa, if you're using her, they're your main damage dealers. This will just speed it up a little bit. It'll let him contribute to the damage with his 237 crit and his whopping 1700 attack at level 5 and 3-star Awakened Trust. He's really going to contribute to the damage. But if you got a second one of these, slap it on for more damage. If you don't have a second one of these, you could run any artifact you want here. You could put him on one like the birthday cake one that does extra damage. You could put him on an artifact that boosts the attack of other people on your team. You could put him on an artifact that helps keep him alive. Whatever you like. It really doesn't matter what artifact you have on this guy. And as long as you make him, relatively fast, because he is one of our primary defense breakers. So you do want 65% effectiveness on him. So I know I said none of his stats really matter that much, but speed does kind of matter because you want him to take turns and lay down that defense break. And 65, keep that number in your head. For Wyvern 12 and below, you only need 55, but for Wyvern 13, you need 65% effectiveness. More doesn't help, less hurts. So get it as close to 65 as possible, and you're good to go, even if it means finding a ring with an effectiveness main on it to kind of cheat the stat up. You do what you got to do. As for the Muwi, much like Angelic Montmorancy, Muwi does not use Molagora. Muwi uses Stigma to level up. Because he has a defense break on his S3, definitely take it to plus 15. The increased attack is not that big of a deal, but taking this to a 75% chance instead of a 50% chance to defense break is huge and will make your runs way more consistent. It lets Muwi run as a good backup to Furious in case Furious gets RNG'd and you don't stick the defense break. It's good that both of these have chances to do it. As for the S1, totally not needed. The bleeds are nice, but they're not that big of a deal, and you aren't sweating his damage that much, so I wouldn't bother with 1 or 2 unless you just have some extras left over and you want to min-max your team. Go ahead and raise it up, but this one, definitely get to plus 4. And that's it. This ragtag shambles of 2 level 50 units all wearing non-leveled up gear, some wearing plus 9 gear, lots of them wearing the Goblin gear. Check this team out. After I clear my inventory a little bit. Check this team out. Everybody's skills are on. You can't see that. I'll move my ugly mug. See, everybody's skills are on. All right, I'll just go over here. And you just leave the team on auto. Watch this hit. Watch this hit. This shoddily built Sigret just obliterated that Sneck. Momo comes in, heals everybody off. Next dual attack there. Nice, nice. Momo cleaning up the healing. Another little bit of healing. Look how much Angelic Montmorancy heals everybody. Another big hit from Sigret, and we've cleared stage 1, and everybody's at full health. We're ready for stage 2. Now notice how everybody on the left-hand side, see? How as Momo's getting hit, everybody's scooching down the CR bar. That's the Muwi effect, guys. Having Muwi on the team is what lets Momo take shots to the face and CR push the whole team up. And because Momo's getting pushed too, you don't have to worry about effect resistance on her. Sure, Furious gets that defense break on, and with the defense break on, you really do some solid damage. Now, you see how we got 2 debuffs on here? If you can get a 3rd debuff onto the Wyvern, he'll do even less damage to Momo, which is nice. So now we got 3 debuffs. Look how light he hits now. He's barely doing any damage to Momo. 1300 on a crit. That's nothing. She can take that all day long. Furious reinvigorates the crit chance buff so that we got no problem with our crit. Re-ups that defense break. Momo tops herself off with a healing, keep her alive. Few more hits. We've still got the defense break. Watch this hit. Watch this hit. It's going to be so good. Boop. Oh my god, that Wyvern just took it in the ear. Daydream Joker on her is so good. Do not underestimate the amount of damage you get from that. Now, if you build your Sigret better than mine, if you build your team stronger than mine, you probably killed before this break phase, but that's okay. This shield phase, it doesn't last long because Furious puts that defense break back up. Momo heals the team, and then Sigret comes in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shield's gone. Couple more blasts to push people up, and the counterattack from Muwi has it dead. Your gear can be weaker than mine. and you still kill this thing. As long as your Momo can take shots to the face and not die, as long as you have the effectiveness on your Furious and your Muwi, you too can clear Wyvern 11 and help control the Wyvern population. And get some really nice gear and rewards while you're at it. There's a buff event going on for the next 8 weeks. This will turbocharge your account. This will get you where you need to go. You'll never have to farm that Goblin stage again because you're going to be getting such good gear from farming this Wyvern event. And there you go. This team is clean. You can run it on quick battle. You can run it on full auto. There is a chance to fail. There is a chance that Furious misses his defense break because absolute resistance is a thing, so 15% of the time he won't stick the defense break. And there's a chance that Muwi won't be able to stick his 75% defense break. And there's a chance that after those two things happen, you just don't have enough to finish killing off the Wyvern. There is a chance that the snakes on stage 1 can all hyper-focus Furious and kill him off before you get to the Wyvern stage, but it's a small chance. A very small chance. Here, check this clip from earlier. This is where I quick battled 10 fights in a row with this team. Only one failed. Okay, show me what you got, team. Yeah, slow doesn't matter. We can background farm on auto, when you can set it on auto and go to bed, when you can quick battle every single day. Those Adventurer Path missions looked really hard until you realize you can just slap together a really easy, low gear, free team that, sure, it's slow. Don't get all hung up on the one-shot videos. Just build a nice slow team and chew through it. Sigret, not for new players. New players are Alexa, Misty Chain, Lena. Sigret's free through the hunt challenge. We had a fail. Probably got some RNG where I didn't stick any defense breaks the entire time. You can do the hunt challenge and get Sigret for free. But yeah, you could probably run Alexa in Sigret's place and work just fine. I think getting Sigret's easier than chasing an ML, but sure. So again, 90% clear rate on full auto with relatively garbage gear. So there you go. I hope this video helps you out, new players. Thank you for helping control the Wyvern population. I'll be back with more free-to-play, easy hunt teams in the very near future. I'll try to get you taken care of on all 5 of the hunts at this kind of level. Don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that bell harder than you're going to smash these Wyverns. And you have a great rest of your week, Epic 7.